Hello again, this is Andrew Kuchkevich of the International Research Institute for Climate and Society, IRI, at Columbia University. And now we'll be looking at a non-IRI product that may be useful for evaluating rainfall performance. And we're selecting this tool because this tool is what CONCERN was using to get an idea of how rainfall performance was like over Somalia um, for previous seasons of interest. This product is produced by Princeton University in the US. It's called the African Flood and Drought Monitor. And when you go to the home page, or the opening page, you see this product, which is a drought index where we see different colors over Africa, ranging from red to green. So this is interesting, this drought index, and it's something that we may be interested in. But for precipitation, to get an idea of how rainfall performed over a previous period of interest, this is not what we're going to be using. We're going to focus on rainfall itself. It's also interesting to note the difference between drought and lack of rainfall. Just there's a different areas have different sensitivities to lower than average rainfall. So the term drought is relative in different ways. Without getting into that, let's focus on the precipitation question and how did rainfall perform over a previous period of interest. So what we're going to do here is we're going to move from the drought index and we're going to go to the meteorology section and select precipitation. And for the data set, we're going to select this satellite precipitation variable. So when we click on that, things change on the map. And we see that there are signals or areas over Africa showing different colors, ranging from white. So most of Africa is white, which means no rainfall was detected, all the way up to these pinks. And pink is where we saw very heavy rainfall in millimeters. This scales in millimeters of rain for a single day. So this is the most recent period. That's the default, 12/26, December 26th, 2017. Now, this might be interesting to you if you're interested in answering the question, what was rainfall like yesterday? But what CONCERN was using this for was to get an idea of how rainfall performed over a period of time. And what they were really interested in is understanding the temporal distribution of rainfall. So in other words, over a period of interest, let's say over a season from October, November through December, was rainfall consistent? Did we get a steady amount of rainfall every day, which is not likely? But then, if not, where did we see these spikes of maybe 1 or 2 or 3 days of heavy rainfall followed by these gaps without rainfall? And specifically, how long were those gaps of no rainfall within the rainy season? It's a very, very important question. So let's run the analyses that CONCERN was carrying out to get an idea of rainfall performance. So first, they would zoom in. So by zooming in, here over Somalia, focus on your area of interest. CONCERN's area of interest was Somalia. And the next thing they did was say, like, well, let's extend the rainfall analysis more than just one day. So over here where it says time interval, the default is just the most recent day, but we could change that. So this daily button here means we're seeing daily rainfall. Initial is the first day that we're interested in, with the day first, the month second, and then the year. So let's put September. So if we do, let's just say 26/9, so that's the 26th of September, to the current period. So this will give you 3 months of rainfall. Let's click Update here. And then, without doing anything, we see the daily rainfall in daily time steps over our area of interest. And we can see that it started at September 26th, and then approximately every second, it is changing to show a new day of rainfall. Let's stop it right there. This is, we pause the rainfall. Oops, I just skipped ahead. We pause the rainfall. Let's pause the rainfall here on October 19th, 2017. And just give you an idea of what we're seeing here. So over Ethiopia here, we're seeing a bunch of different colors. We're seeing some pinks. So the southern East Ethiopia, southeast Ethiopia, we're seeing heavy rainfall, over 50 millimeters for the day. In other parts of Somalia, we're seeing very little rainfall. Up here through Diradawa and Jijika, we're seeing no rainfall. So this is allowing us to get an idea of how much rainfall fell. Now, this is not perfect. It's important to note that these are satellite estimates. So this is not ground truth. This is not a perfect depiction of what rainfall was like, but it's giving us an idea of what the satellites are seeing from space. And it's also important to note that Concern has been carrying out this analysis for various seasons, and they find this to be reasonably skillful to presenting a general idea of rainfall over their areas of interest, which are in Somalia here. So we can see here, just north of Baudoa, we see some heavy rainfall, over 50 millimeters of rain. But then south of Baudoa, we see, over towards Mogadishu, we see no rainfall for this single day. So if we were trying to get an idea of how much rainfall fell on this day, we'll see that there are some areas that should have experienced some decent rains. Now if we go back here and click play, we will see the days progress. Sometimes you have to pause it and let the days catch up. But there we go. Now we're seeing the rainfall progress. And the way that Concern would keep track of the daily rainfall is that they would note their areas of interest. And then as the rainfall, the daily rainfall progressed, they would mark down how many times light, moderate, and heavy rains occurred over the period of interest. So this is one way to do it, to get an idea of the distribution, the geographical distribution of rainfall on a daily time step.